Hey guys, welcome back to my craft table. Today we are creating this rustic farmhouse heart piece. It has so much texture and character. We'll be layering fabric, wire, and soft distressing, then finishing it with a vintage style key right in the center. Some projects just feel extra special, and this rustic heart is one of them, if you ask me. This just came from the Dollar Tree, and it doesn't have any glass or plastic in the front, so I just took it off, and I am going to use some toasted marshmallow on it. I just wanted something soft. And I went ahead and did the back as well because it is a piece that was going to be standing, but then in the end you see that I covered it up anyway. I'm not really sure why I show you the whole thing, but I did. And then I go in with my heat tool because I'm sort of an impatient crafter, and I wanted to do my wax around the edges in the inside of the heart, so I just dried it. And I just go in and dry brush it on. And you'll see I also add, in the end, I put it on heavier because I wanted more distressing than I had originally put on. But it's easy to go back and add more. It's a little bit harder to take it off. And I did the outside edges. I wanted to make sure I had a good show of dimension. Special shout out to my girls. I love you both very much, and thank you so much for your support. Did you guys do a lot of Valentine's crafts or hearts, or do you keep it more neutral? Things you can put up all year. I put this red fabric behind it, and so I'm just measuring the piece here. It's like just burlap. And then I put the tacky glue from the Dollar Tree. And I just paint it all over. I didn't want to use anything like hot glue because obviously that would just come through the fabric. And then I just press it on there and hold for a minute. And then this is where I took the chicken wire, and I actually got that from Temu. It's just a small little roll. I kind of measured it and then just cut it so that there was enough along the sides that I could staple it. And this is actually why I decided to put something on the back, because the staples that I used weren't actually small enough, so they kind of came through the front, and you'll see that too. But I just wanted to leave enough on there so that I could staple it without leaving too much. I didn't want it to be poking out all over. So I stapled off camera, and like I said, the staples barely poked through on the front, but I ended up, and I just took a hammer and I was able to pound them back in. And then I took some putty and I just filled in the little holes and then just painted over the spots again, and you can't tell now. I also took a skeleton key there and I just put it right in the middle. I thought it was super cute. Cute little reminder, right? Love is what makes the home, or makes the house a home, I guess was how you would say it. Love is what makes a house a home. Yeah, so I'm just cutting out after it dried, just so that it matches evenly. And after I decide which one, then I just cut the little top off with my little snippers there. I didn't want something too big, but something just big enough. I'm just gluing it in. I tried hot glue, and obviously hot glue didn't work out so well, so I went back to my sticky glue, and that worked really great, or tacky glue. I also decided to put something on the back, not only because I didn't want anybody to get caught by the chicken wire, but because there was no wood or anything back there. So I just decided to cover the whole thing with that self-adhesive paper that comes from the Dollar Tree. I think you can use them for walls or whatever. And it works really well. I did add some glue just to be sure that it stayed on. Because although it was in there, I just felt like it kind of pushed out real easy. And I just lightly sanded it because I had put that other coat on. And at this point I decided that I needed to add more depth to it. It just looked kind of plain, just flat, I guess is a better word. So I just go in and I really darkened it up quite a bit, actually. I like how it turned out a lot better. I hope you do too. I did at one point try to put a little bitty twine bow on, but it just really kind of took away from the simplicity of it, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that. I just kind of dabbed it off. I didn't really wipe. Just dabbed a little bit so that it was, you know, kind of smeared in there. And then there was a little bitty piece on that bottom there. You can see it's darker, so I kept trying to make it match it. There must have been something on the wood that I hadn't noticed before, but it really, really bothered me because I go back several times. Yeah, you can really see how it just you get a lot more depth in there. Then I used some white chalk paint and I lightly dry brushed the chicken wire as well to add even more depth to it. Um, you guys, I just love that thing. My little paintbrush cleaner. I just was very careful not to get the fabric and just do the wire itself. I then took some antiquing rub and antiqued the key a little bit. Because I love the antique look. Now I think off camera I did the inside of the heart again, and there's our final piece. And I just love all the textures that come together, and that little key detail just makes it feel extra special. This is the kind of cozy farmhouse decor I love creating to decorate a home with meaning. So if you enjoy crafting with me today, make sure you like the video, leave me a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next project. I have more rustic builds coming. Thanks for spending time with me. Thanks for watching.